Vaught Hemingway Stadium in Oxford, Mississippi. It's the Georgia Bulldogs and the Ole Miss Rebels. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
Thanks, guys. Coach Golding told me before the game, both teams are in the top 10. This SEC matchup is going to be hard. He said we have to eliminate all penalties at the line of scrimmage and be the most efficient version of ourselves all season. Guys?
Holly, thank you. Can't wait to see how this one unfolds. Of the Tennessee River, Neyland Stadium in Knoxville. It's the Georgia Bulldogs and the Tennessee Volunteers. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Holly Rowe is down on the sideline.
The history of college football has many ties to the military. Tennessee's Neyland Stadium, with over 101,000 fans in place, is one of those. The stadium was named for legendary football coach General Robert R. Neyland on October 27, 1962. This is one of the most beautiful venues in college sports, with the Tennessee River, the sailgating, and the checkered end zones. Can't wait to watch a college football game at Tennessee. Guys, back to you.
Appreciate that, Holly. On the return, it's Dodson. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Bishop. Out across the 20 to the 21-yard line, a 3-yard gain.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Second down, gonna throw it. Spits it out to the back. Timed that hit perfectly to keep him from making the grab. It'll be third down. Trying to pick up a first down. On third and long, he has to throw for it. Not in lockstep there with the receiver.
Well, they try to throw for it there on third down on the opening drive of the game. They don't get it, but let's punt the ball away. Let's trust our defense. And, guys, let's also trust this home field advantage and the crowd to get loud and make it real difficult on our opponent.
Trying to get started. He's going to get loose. Well, they finally stop him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. The give, running right, it's Frazier. Stop right there.
How frustrating is that? You're that running back. Where were you supposed to go? There was absolutely no lane for him on that play.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Might as well run him again. He'll be brought down quickly after a very short game.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Tells to fake. Look out! Got his man on the right. There he goes! Offenses gain momentum with third down conversions like that. They've got it at the 25. The Dogs will line it up on 1st and 10. Here's a give to Frazier. Got a little grass. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Dogs! They can use this first score to sort of set the tone, guys, in this rivalry matchup.
Man, doesn't this feel good to come out, score early, get the crowd involved, get the nerves out of the way, Palmer, when you're playing in a big rivalry game?
Yeah, and I feel like momentum's always a big thing in any game, but in rivalry games, it's that much more important because everybody is going to feed off that first score now.
He'll bring it out. It's Morris. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. Secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. I send the tight end in motion. The give. And they get to him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 2.
And it really doesn't matter what play call this offense does. Like first possession, 3 and out, obviously struggled. This one right here, nothing on the ground. The offensive line has to do a better job. They got to be better up front, whether they want to run it, whether they want to throw it. It's got to start with the offensive line.
They give it back to him. That may not look like a huge run, but they'll take it as it gets him up to the 24.
We'd love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Boy, could they use a conversion on 3rd and short from their own 24. Single back formation, and they give it to him. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. Don't even think about sending the special teams out on 4th down and 3. Snapped it, and he has to have it. Hey, midfield, he's got room. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down and a gutsy call to keep this drive alive. This offense always looking for those big, explosive plays, and now they've got it just inside the 30. drops back on first down. Got his man. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. We've reached the break, and Georgia is on top. We've put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. So after the break, they'll go back to work. DB's right up on the receivers. Some room, headed to the goal line, and he runs it in for the score. Touchdown ball. Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
The Volunteers will call their first timeout. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. Ohio. It's the Georgia Bulldogs and the Ohio State Buckeyes. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you. Let's say hello to our friend Humming Row on the sideline.
Hey guys, Georgia's head coach told me pregame he is concerned going to an environment like this, one of the best crowds in all of college football. They make it loud and frenetic. He has talked to his quarterback and his center about having a high level of communication here on the road. Guys?
Holly, thank you. This ought to be a tremendous matchup. The Buckeyes ready to put toe to leather, and here we go. And he's going to bring this one out. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. They'll start on the ground with Frazier. He found a hole, got about 5. He's down at the 21.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
And, David, we know when you're playing on the road how important it is to try and steal momentum early and quiet the crowd. You gash the defense with a run like that to pick up a big first down, that'll do it. And that's really a tone setter, I think, for this offense. And you're sending a direct message to the opponent. We are going to be physical, and we're going to try to run this thing down your throat.
Yeah, and they got a chance to respond, and the crowd hopefully can get behind them and get back in it. The defense has got to do a better job. We got to stop the run. They got to tackle, get more hats to the football. This will be a challenge. They're going to run the football. They better be man enough to stop it.
It's a good-looking run, and I'll say this. I know Georgia's always been known to run the football. They always want to be really physical, but it starts up front. They always seem to have great units on the offensive line, guys that communicate and guys that get pushed. And they've put many running backs into the NFL, but it's because of these big old hog mollies up front.
That back had nowhere to go. Defensive line ate up the blocks, but how about the linebackers swarming in, coming in and making a great play on the ball carrier?
They'll try to overcome that last play on 2nd and 15. Handoff for Frazier. Nowhere to go.
Linebackers in today's football, obviously, guys have gotten smaller. They got to play in space more, cover fast guys out on the perimeter. But how about this linebacker coming downhill and making a physical tackle in the hole?
On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Time to take a shot. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. A tough start to the opening drive as the defense comes up with a big play. Great place to start for this offense. Say it. And that one's incomplete.
And I think the quarterback throwing that pass off his back foot is what led to that incompletion. Just not as accurate as he would have liked to have been.
They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. Looking for a man. It's Sayin. Over the middle of Smith. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the time to be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone. That was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Snaps it, they'll throw to start the drive. Escapes the pressure going right. And it's a fumble on the play. And he was able to get back on top of it. Georgia going up tempo. He's changing the play. Back to pass on 2nd down. Across the 45. At the 40, there he goes. Makes a grab and room to run. Touchdown, Bulldogs. Into the end zone with a breakaway score.
Man, oh man, when you got a weapon like that, you got to find him and you got to give him the ball in space. You have some plays on your play sheet, and some of them just say, that guy, get him the ball, let him do the rest. Dangerous weapon out of the backfield, catching the football, making the big play.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. From the gun, it's Jackson. Turning it on! He's past the marker. And there was lots of space as he gets it to the 39-yard line.
When you talk about creating big plays in the running game like this makes the game really easy. Actually, when you got a guy like this that you can hand it to with this much speed and elusiveness, just hard to bring down in the open field, what a big gain for the offense.
And the timing just a hair off. Long way to go on second down. Throwing, say it. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47. After that sack, the O-line better get its act cleaned up. Third down coming.
Return. Blitz. Hydro.
Saying from the gun on third down. Looking down the middle. Perfect timing on the hit to keep him from making the grab, and the defense forces a fourth down. The Buckeyes will line up to punt it away. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. Trying to take it back. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. They'll get this drive started from the 29. They'll start on the ground with Frazier. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be second and inches coming up. And the Dogs racing to the line in the hurry-up.
Man, when I can run the football like that on first down and create second and inches and stay way ahead of the sticks and be in a position now where I can throw the football or run, I will have a lot of success on the offensive side of the football. You don't see a lot of batted balls on hitch routes because most of the time you give a little bit of a cushion. That's a nice job of the defender, giving some cushion but understanding the receiver is sitting down and going and getting a handle of the football.
And he picks up enough for the first down. We'll see if they get another snap here in the first quarter. Entertaining first quarter, and we are all locked up after one as we take a quick look at some stats. They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see who gets the edge early in the second. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. On first down, Nate Frazier.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Going to audible here. Let's see what they do. They'll move the tight end. Play clock was getting close to 0, and they have to burn a timeout. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. Back to throw, it's Stockton. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. So here comes the Buckeye offense onto the field. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this.
Snags it, and he's open. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37.
And those aren't the guys I'm leaving open on defense. These slot wide receivers, they've got the space in the middle of the field to work. I got to make sure that I got somebody inside of him. I got somebody outside of him. I can't give him the football because a lot of times these guys, they're good with it after the catch. They got that quickness. They got that speed, and he showed some of it there.
Had to work to pick up 3 down to the 33-yard line.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Wide receiver going in motion. Here's Julian Sayin to throw. They'll run the screen. No siree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one. 3rd and long, a lot of ground to cover. Sayin from the gun on 3rd down. And they can't make the play on 3rd down.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable 3rd and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
On 4th and 9, the offense will stay on the field. Sayin to throw for it on 4th. Finds his target. A terrific play to keep him from getting to the chains and forcing the turnover on downs. They take over late and they have enough time to put together a drive. Looking to pass. It's Stockton. Rushes on. Just got rid of that one.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Out of the gun here with Nate Frazier. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. And the Bulldogs, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Fresh setter downs going to the air. They're all over it. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be 2nd down.
The bad news is it's incomplete, but the good news was the quarterback, I think, made the right decision that time, actually throwing it away. He's been burned a couple times early in this one with some picks in this game, and so that time, instead of trying to force the play and make something happen out of nothing, he just throws it away. The defense wins that down. You live to play another day.
2nd and long here. The play fake. Still looking to his right. Got there right as the ball did. Jarred it loose. It'll be 3rd down.
Love the physicality of the secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
The horseshoe is rocking, trying to help their defense on 3rd down. They'll give to Frazier. Hit and drop behind the line. He'll lose a yard. Offense staying on the field there and hurry up, looking as if they'll go on 4th. Making the adjustment on the play. Quarterback decides, let's think this 4th down play over, and he calls a timeout. Gives him a little time to dig deep in the play sheet and figure out what to do on 4th down. Guys, look at this. I'm surprised they're going to gamble and go for it here on 4th down. Got to make the play on 4th. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. And that decision will be questioned for a while.
And I don't know how to explain that one. 4th down and long, the percentages are low anyways, and on your side of the field, that is not the way I want to create momentum or start my first half. I'm not sure what they were thinking on offense.
Straight ahead, it's Jackson. Pickup of 5. It's now 2nd and 5.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
Zayn makes the grab. It's Jackson. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down. Timeout signaled for by the Buckeyes. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Under pressure. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Well, the quarterback was in a world of trouble there. He was under pressure. He knew he was going to get hit, so he's just trying to get rid of it, but he forced it into double coverage. He's lucky that was only an incompletion.
On 2nd and 10, a 4 wide out set, trips right. Dropping back, it's Zayn. Tosses it incomplete. They're close enough for a makeable field goal from the 26, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and long. Zayn from the gun on 3rd down. Makes the grab. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down.
And that's a great example of this quarterback having intense confidence in his own arm talent. That was not an easy window to throw into, but he had the ability, and he knew it.
The Bulldogs take their 3rd and final timeout. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. They were unfazed by that earlier 4th down failure and will try for a 2nd time in this one. Defense in press coverage. 4th down, Zayn. Big tight end makes the grab. First down, still on his feet. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. They'll flip it out to the back on the screen. Looking for the end zone. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6. They get the timeout called here and probably just enough time for one more snap to put up points before the half. Final seconds of the first half, and they'll try to put up 3. Didn't make them sweat at all. It's good. And with that field goal, they now have the lead. Ready to get things going here in the second half as Georgia about to kick it away. The returner will field it and try to get some field position. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. They haven't really been able to light up this scoreboard, but putting points up would be huge here. Got a little space. Oh, he's got some space. And he'll move his way forward to the first down. They'll mark it at the 35.
This is going to be a big key for him, David, with the lead here in the second half, running the football, right? Staying on the field and bleeding the clock.
Yeah, run the football. You're ahead. You can be a little bit more conservative. But again, this opens up the pass. This keeps everything in balance for this offense.
Here's Zayn to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Incomplete. And they fought for it, but it just squirted harmlessly to the ground.
Another incompletion, and I've said that a lot, and these teams are just struggling. I mean, the offense just doesn't know what to do. Nothing's working. Ground game, throw game. It's kind of been a rock fight on both sides.
Looking to throw, it's Sayin. This time he's got it. No chance to run, but still a good game.
It's so important that this offense is able to stay on schedule, and what that means is keeping third downs manageable. That last completion to the tight end accomplished just that. Really nice play call.
They've got it at the 41, third and short, trying to keep the chains moving. Sayin from the gun on third down. Not quite in rhythm there, incomplete.
Defense did a great job. Third and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
1 for 2 on fourth down attempts so far, and we will get a third attempt here.
129,
Sayin to throw for it on fourth. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. And they are stopped on fourth down. That decision will be questioned.
I like the idea to go for it there on fourth down. You're basically at midfield, and you've got confidence in your guys to be able to go out. You've got experience in this offense. Guys have made these types of plays before. That time, the defense stepped up, they bowed up, and made a better play and take over. Now you need your defense.
Turning on the Jets. Touchdown, Bulldogs! And that one will give them the lead.
Huge play. It's so nice to have guys that can create these explosive plays like this. You hand it to him, he can do the rest. Look at the speed. Look at the elusiveness. Get into the end zone. Nice run.
And with the extra point, they're up 14-10. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time and put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find the balance with this offense to really be productive. And last possession they went for it, they rolled the dice, Palmer, and it didn't work out for them.
Yeah, if you're better on third down moving forward, though, you can keep yourself out of those situations.
This is one of the great atmospheres in the sport, but this crowd demands to be entertained, and they are entertained right now.
Yeah, and when you've got playmakers that you can throw the ball to down the field like Ohio State does consistently every year, you always expect this. This fan base goes nuts because year after year they have elite playmakers.
Well, the defense is on their heels right now. They're going to have to find a way to stop this guy. When he's got a head of steam, boy, he is hard to bring down.
They'll snap it from the 34 on 1st and 10. Sayin throws to the wideout. He's got an open man. Touchdown, Buckeye! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And really nice job seeing the middle of the field, seeing I can go deep and attack the middle of the field. And you can tell he runs a post, ball's right on him, catches the football, and then gets to gallop right into the end zone for a touchdown.
And he's not going to take the touchback. He gets a block. He'll be out of bounds at the 36-yard line after a solid return. They'll try to put a drive together starting from the 36. They'll start on the ground with Frazier. It'll be a gain of 6, sets up 2nd and 4. Georgia comes quickly to the line.
And the offense has a little bit of success, and what do? They push that turbo button right back on the line, ready to run another play.
Quarterback changing the play. To throw, it's Stockton. Moving out to the right. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Defense picks it up.
And that one stings for this offense, man, because your defense just gave up points. They grabbed the momentum. You're trying to go get it back. And what do? You cough the football up, put your defense right back on the field. They got to answer the bell this time. Last time they gave up points. This time they're going to need to go bail you out and make you look good.
Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. Throws to the tight end. Intercepted. Big play. Stops the drive. Breaks into the open.
And that's just excellent coverage. Man, cover one, nowhere to throw the football. Look at everybody playing man across the board, and you still got the safety in the middle of the field. Nobody open, and if I'm the QB, man, I don't need to force it. I don't force it into tight windows if it's not there. He throws it, unfortunately, gets the interception. Bad decision by the QB there.
At the 35, he's open. There he goes to the right. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Bulldogs. He got loose, and it was lights out after that.
You know, sudden change situations are so interesting because oftentimes in that kind of instance, you get the ball back on a turnover and offenses are trying to take a shot looking for the home run touchdown. But that time, they just turned around and handed it off. It was a more conservative play call, David, but it gave them the same desired result.
Well, and it's kind of crazy. When you force that turnover, everybody goes bananas. The sideline's going nuts. You get a little bit of extra juice, and then they hand the football off, and everybody does their job. They capitalize on it. Momentum swings happen so fast in college football.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Motion from the wide receiver. Throwing, say it. And they can't connect, but the flag flies, and I think this is going to be pass interference.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. Got some green grass.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down.
Booster! 20 and 29 belts! 20 and 29 belts!
Back to pass, it's St. Clair. Timed it perfectly to knock it free and forces the third down.
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you close, and when a guy's going to make a catch, you make sure he doesn't make it. Physicality, using your pads, running through him, and guess what? Not only this play does he feel it, next time he tries to go over the middle or feels footsteps, this will pay dividends.
That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down. Guys, look at this. They're going to gamble and go for it here on 4th and long. Snapped it, and he has to have it. He unleashes a long one. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover.
It's in the game.
EA Sports is in the game. What? Say that sound.
A live look between the hedges. Sanford Stadium in Athens. It's the Ohio State Buckeyes and the Georgia Bulldogs. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Holly Rowe is down on the sideline.
Anytime you step between the hedges at Sanford Stadium, you know you are on hallowed ground in college football. This is one of the best places you'll ever watch a college football game. The red and the black, the dogs, even the Uggas are buried in the stadium. This is one of the most iconic spots in all of college football. Guys, back to you.
Appreciate that, Holly. The Buckeyes headed toward the ball, and we're ready for action. Looks like he's going to bring it out. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. They'll start on the ground with Frazier. They needed to find enough space and get it moving forward, and they're up to the 22. The big pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 1. Might as well run him again. He gets it past the sticks, and Georgia has a first down.
It's a good-looking run, and I'll say this. I know Georgia's always been known to run the football. They always want to be really physical, but it starts up front. They always seem to have great units on the offensive line. Guys that communicate and guys that get pushed. And they've put many running backs into the NFL, but it's because of these big old hog mollies up front.
Finds his big tight end. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense.
Nice job by the quarterback and receiver there working on the crossing route. And a big thing for the quarterback there, you've got to be able to give your receiver time to work through all the traffic, get by the linebackers in the middle of the field, and work all the way over to the other side. The offensive line has to give the quarterback time, and the QB's got to be patient, but it all worked out perfectly, and they're able to get a big play.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most.
Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. And the Bulldogs back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Tells to run, wants to pass. Still looking to his right. It's incomplete. Good job by the defense sticking with its coverage.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over it from the moment the ball left his hand.
Going to audible here. Let's see what they do. Here's a give to Frazier. There's a crease. They'll finally get him stopped at the 1-yard line. What a run there.
So far, it's been a rough first drive for this defense, but I tell you what, guys, all can be forgotten if they can bow up and make a stand right here. You got a goal-to-go situation. You know they're going to try to be physical. The fields are...
He's going for the goal line. And he surges across the line. Touchdown, Bulldogs.
What a luxury for an offense to have. The ability to set the tone on the ground, giving that guy the football time after time, making offense easy, being physical, and really setting the tone for this football.
They get set for the point afters. We have the first score of the game. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. And he's not going to take the touchback. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Looking for room. It's Jackson. Not a lot of room there. Give him a couple to the 16.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Say it. Caught over the middle. It's Smith. Makes the catch, but goes no further, and it'll be a short pickup on that one.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He was in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
Saying from the gun on third down. Left side, it's Johnson. At the 45 on his way. They mark him out of bounds at the 42, and they're on the move.
Obviously, massive play by the offense, picking up a big first down on an explosive. But, David, third down defense, it's one thing to allow a first down, but you've got to make tackles. You can't give up explosive plays like that. At the end of the day, it's all going to come down to fundamentals.
Going for the big play. Has it. And he will score. Touchdown, Ohio State. Setting up for the extra point and the tie. And they tacked on the extra point. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the finisher coming on that 42-yard touchdown toss. And he's going to bring this one out. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. Looking for a man, it's Stockton. Out wide left, it's Coleman Williams. Bring him down.
Well, I think for that play to work, you need to have some access and cushion in coverage for the receiver to be able to do something with it after the catch. That time, the defender was just way too close, all over him, and he tackles him for no gain.
Changing the routes with his receivers. Second down, gonna throw it. Unloads to the right. Picked off. What a play to set him up. Oh, he's got some space. Touchdown, Buckeyes. Took it all the way back to the house. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Looks like he's going to bring it out. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Frazier. Just gets it to the 28, pickup of 1. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. They give it to him again. Sees an alley. He's past the marker. Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks for the first down. Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. We've put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. They've switched into the field, and we're ready to get things started here in the second. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Drops back. It's Stockton. Escapes the pressure going right. Fires to the wideout. Right side, it's Humphries. They make the tackle, but not before he picks up the first down. And the Dogs are in the hurry-up. Snap on first down, wants to throw. Snagged in the middle, it's Williams. Makes the grab, and down immediately, he picks up a few. Look, you can't take away everything, right? So you give them that and rally and make a solid tackle.
Yeah, and a lot of times in zone coverage, I like when I can get all the eyes on the quarterback. I like when I can see the routes and see him develop in the middle. And you could tell they had keys on the tight end. He wasn't going anywhere after he caught that football.
Defense trying to come up with a stop on third and short from the 37. Trying to squeak through the pile. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down.
And this defense has got to be jacked up, man. They've finally forced the fourth down, right? They've gotten a couple of first downs, got some things going, but I think it's decision time for this offense. And this D's got to do it one more time, right? They've got to get another play, a big fourth down stop here to get some of that momentum and get the football back.
It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not. Looking for room, it's Jackson. And he's able to shed one tackle, but still, just a very short gain.
And a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
With the catch, it's Johnson. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. Last completion moved the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. Making sure they have good balance, keeping it on the ground. They were all over it.
Well, they're just trying to run the the ball, but that time there was absolutely nowhere for the running back to go, and as a result, that's a tackle for loss.
They'll take this lead to the 2-minute timeout and see if they can tack on a little more before the break. After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. Corner's right up on that line of scrimmage. Here's Julian Sayin to throw. Catch in the middle, it's Johnson. Couple of guys there to get him on the ground.
Well, it's a great job by the receiver fighting back across the DB there to get to the inside, locate the ball, and catch the slant.
This dog crowd is off the leash, and they are coming after them, bringing noise on 3rd down. Right at the line. He'll be stopped short. It'll bring up 4th down as this defense makes a play.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
Sayin to throw for it on 4th. Intercepted. Big play. Stops the drive. Just a short return, but that would have been icing on the cake. They've got him 1st down at the 42. They'll start on the ground with Frazier.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. They give it back to him. And he's able to shed 1 tackle and pick up pretty good yardage. Timeout called by the Bulldogs. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. On 3rd down, here's Frazier. Breaks into the open. He's got 1st down yardage as they move it to the 44.
And with that run, he goes over 100 yards. We knew coming into this game tonight they wanted to force-feed him the football. They knew to win the game, they were going to have to establish the running game and be the more physical team in the trenches. You turn around and give this guy the ball, good things generally happen, and we've seen that over the course of this game.
Quick tempo, no huddle offense. 2nd down, clock's running. The give, running right, it's Frazier. They'll stop him at the 31. Let's mark it off at 5 yards, and that will be a 1st down. Handoff for Frazier.
And you know what? The best 3rd down offense is don't get the 3rd down. Really good job by the offense running the football. You could tell the defense got caught a little bit off guard. Got a nice gain, popped 1, got a 1st down. Who needs 3rd downs if you can just pound it down their throat on 2nd down?
Dropping back, it's Stockton. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line. Georgia using its final timeout here. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Timeout signaled for by the Buckeyes. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. He's changing the play. On 3rd down, here's Frazier. He's stopped right at the 29-yard line, and it'll be 4th down. Snapped it, and he has to have it. Couldn't find anybody on 4th down, and he threw it away.
And the offense stays aggressive. They try to throw the football and just weren't on the same page. It was an incompletion. He could have done a better job, I think, throwing the ball to his receiver and maybe making it where it's more of a 50-50 ball where he can make a play. Defense gets the big stop.
Still running at the 40. Oh, there's an alley to the left. Inside the 30. He's at the 10. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. Georgia will kick it deep to start the second half. And he's coming out of the end zone. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Here's Sayin to throw. Oh, it's picked off. Oh, that's not the way to start a drive. The pick six. He picks it in. Touchdown, Dogs.
And this defense comes up with another big play, man. They get the pick six. They get the mistake. They've been flying all over the field, playing well, with their hair on fire, Palmer, forcing some turnovers, really doing a good job of confusing this QB.
Yeah, and on offense for the quarterback, you've got to stop with the turnovers now. Obviously, turnovers lose you games. When you allow defensive touchdowns, the analytics show you your losing probability goes way up. Right now, they'd be out comfortably ahead if he would just stop giving the football to the other team. They need to settle him down before he gets back out on the field.
He'll be brought down at the 22-yard line. Good coverage on that one. His return is stopped short of the 25. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. Hits inside. It's Jackson. Into a mass of giant bodies. We'll call it a 1-yard gain to the 24. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Throwing. Sayin. Timed that hit perfectly to keep him from making the grab. It'll be 3rd down. Now this offense tries to figure out a way to move the chains after the 2nd down misfire. From the gun on 3rd down, Sayin. Left side, it's Johnson. There he goes. Huge play there into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 46.
Yeah, when you get that man coverage, most people are taught to have inside leverage. So that out route's there if your QB can put some air on it and throw it outside of the guy. But tight coverage, but a really nice throw on that out route.
They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's 1st down. The Buckeyes have this offense rolling. Right back to the well. Strong run, picks up 6 down to the 22-yard line. Got 6 on 1st down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Sayin. Rushes on. Still looking for a man. He'll pull it down. Got some room, entered to the goal line. He's into the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is good. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And it was capped with an explosive 22-yard run. And he's not going to take the touchback. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. The Bulldogs offense is on the field, ready to get this drive cranked up. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays.
Open field on the right. He's at the 40. Just what they needed. Huge explosive play as he takes it to the 33. The Bulldogs want to crank the tempo. Making the adjustment on the play. To throw, it's Stockton. Unloads to the wideout. Put it where only his man could get it and gave him enough room to get the foot down. They've moved it to the 19, 1st and 10. Out of the gun here with Nate Frazier. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Back to pass on second down. Makes the grab. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs!
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
On to attempt the try. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the score comes on a 12-yard touchdown pass. And he's going to bring it out. Makes a move. Just barely able to stop him. He almost housed that baby. The nice return there. That last line of coverage is the only thing that stopped him from scoring. So first play of the drive coming here from their own 49. Looking for a crease. It's Jackson.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Out wide right, it's Smith. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
The run inside. It's Jackson. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. Fourth down and 1, and they'll go for it. Fourth down, Sayin. Converts on fourth down, and he's still going. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going. And the Buckeyes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll run it.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front seven tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
Sayin takes a shot at the end zone. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on second down. They're staring at third. Final play of the quarter coming. Up in the gun on third down. Sayin. They got him, and down he goes, and what a huge sack that might have knocked him out of field goal range. Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. They're sitting in a strong position here with the lead. Let's take a look at our game summary. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. They converted fourth down earlier on this drive, and now they'll try it again. Sayin to throw for it on fourth. Fires to the wideout. And it's taken away by the defense, and they desperately needed that turnover. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. What a huge play, what a huge mistake that was with that last interception, and now this offense has a chance late. They'll start on the ground with Frazier. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
And this offense gets nothing done on that play, but look at them. They're continuing to run this tempo. They want to try to do something.
Intercepted, and the defense has set him up.
And that's the advantage right there of having your dime personnel on the field. You've got an extra DB. You've got an extra guy out there who's really good at covering. So for quarterbacks, you've got to be so good and precise with these passes because they've got speed in the back end. They're able to come away with the pick.
They want that clock to run. They're there to stop him at the 21 after a pickup of 2.
Well, the offense has the lead, and we call this 4-minute offense. This is a situation that teams around the country practice, having the lead late in the game and needing to ice it by running the football and throwing high-percentage passes.
Knocked down, but not before he crossed into the red zone and picked up 4 yards down to the 17. The Dogs are barking and growling and trying to hold him here on 3rd down. Knocked down in the backfield, and that'll bring up 4th down.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They've given up some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success on that play. Really downhill, really physical, and a nice job getting him to the ground.
And it's good! And that lead grows even bigger.
You know, it's funny, in an age where there's so many college football analytics and everybody wants to go for it on 4th down, at the end of the day, it still comes down to managing the game. Good decision by the head coach here in the 4th quarter. By kicking that field goal, you've now made it a 2-possession game. Your chances of winning this thing have now gone way up.
Here comes the Bulldog offense out to start the drive. He threw a pick the last time they had it. Now they have to take care of the football. Dropping back, it's Stockton. Rush right in his face. Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance. After that last incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from their own 20. Quarterback changing the play. From the gun, it's Frazier. Followed that blocking and got 5 out to the 26.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Now looking for that 1st down on 3rd and short from the 26. Frazier again. Good effort, but he's going to come up a little bit short. It'll be 4th down and 1. They pretty much have to keep the offense on the field, and they'll get right to the line of scrimmage. Drag to the ground, but not before he's converted the 4th down to keep the drive going. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. In your own territory, if you don't make it, I mean, it invites disaster, but it's 4th and inches. They had to go for it, and they made it.
If I lost a bunch of weight, I'd be skinny, but I didn't. So go for it every single time. I love it.
Well, this situation in the game, trailing with not a lot of time left, I understand going to the sideline to try and save clock, but you've got 3 timeouts in your back pocket. Don't be afraid to use those. You can attack the middle of the field, use the timeouts to save the clock that way.
Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42. Snap from the gun on 3rd down. Back open in the middle. That'll be enough for the 1st down, and they'll mark it at the 48. Clock stops momentarily for the 1st down. They'll hurry to the line.
And after that long completion for the 1st down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
The Dogs heading quickly to the line.
And man, this is more of the same for this dude toting the pill. Like, they keep giving it to him, and he keeps producing.
And the Heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for 2nd down.
And that's exactly...
Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. They'll snap it for the 10th time on this drive, but they need a chunk on 3rd and long. Here's a give to Frazier. Stopped immediately. Might have gotten a little cute with that run on 3rd and long, and they got nothing to show for it. Before they snap it on 4th down, we have a timeout call. got to make the play on fourth. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. The Stadium in Athens. It's the Texas Longhorns and the Georgia Bulldogs. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Let's go down to our sideline reporter, Holly Rowe.
Guys, I caught up with Coach Steve Sarkisian before the game. This is a challenging environment, bringing his team in here against a very quality opponent. This has so many implications for postseason, rankings, strength of schedule, all of those metrics. But more important, he knows how hard it is to get a win here on the road. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. This ought to be a tremendous matchup. The Longhorns ready to kick it away first. And he's going to bring this one out. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. They'll start on the ground with Frazier. They stop him after a 6-yard run out to the 24. And the Bulldogs come to the line in the hurry-up.
And the offense has a little bit of success, and what do? They push that turbo button right back on the line, ready to run another play.
Has plenty for the first down, and they stop him at the 28. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Handoff for Frazier. He is snowed under, nowhere to go, and it'll be second and long.
Linebackers in today's football, obviously, guys have gotten smaller. They got to play in space more, cover fast guys out on the perimeter. But how about this linebacker coming downhill and making a physical tackle in the hole?
Oh, and he took a shot as he threw that one away.
And that pressure got to him quick. I mean, you talk about you want your quarterback to feel comfortable. Man, he didn't have time to feel comfortable. He didn't have time to get his feet set and get in the ground. This offensive line's got to do a better job.
Let's see what call they have on 3rd and long from the 28. To the air, it's Stockton. Got his man down the middle. How about that elusiveness? He's got space. All out of space. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown!
nice is it to have a playmaker like that I can get the ball out of my hands right to him and say, all right, dude, you got jets, you can fly, catch the slant, make some people miss, outrun some angles, and get all the way to the end zone.
Coming out with it, it's Bishop. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. The give to Brown. Pass to 6. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Yeah, and you see some people get upset with offsides in the defense. I call it the cost of doing business. It's just part of being great off the football. Sometimes you'll guess and sometimes you'll be wrong. The first one is always on me, Coach, and then the second one, usually he takes me out of the game.
They'll move the wide receiver. A give to Brown. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out.
And the Longhorns with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Handoff again. Turning it on. He's at the 50. Big play. Takes him into plus territory. He's out of bounds at the 47.
When you talk about creating big plays in the running game like this makes the game really easy. Actually, when you got a guy like this that you can hand it to with this much speed and elusiveness, just hard to bring down in the open field. What a big game.
Makes a grab and room to run. The 20. Touchdown, Longhorns! He found some open space and turned on the Jets. That was a lightning-fast drive that ends with a touchdown.
And if you could string a few more drives like that together, man, we might as well get our popcorn out because we're going to get a lot of scoring.
Extra point here will tie the game. And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finished it with an explosive play in the passing game, scoring from 47 yards out. Looks like he's going to bring it out. He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he's stopped right there. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. Quarterback signaling to his guys. Scanning the field, it's Stockton. Here comes the heat. Got his man.
And frankly, if that's a completion, it's not going to make the end-of-season highlight reel. But in this game, it could lead to a highlight reel-type play. The offensive coordinator may be setting something big up for later in the game.
Moving out to the right. Throwing on the run. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at 3rd down.
And for a defense, it's not always about sacks, but sometimes it's about getting that quarterback off his spot where he feels very comfortable, and they get him flushed outside of the pocket. And good perimeter defense. He rolls to the right. Everybody's still covering their guys, moving across the field with the QB. Nowhere to go with the football.
They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. The easy way to convert on 3rd down, the penalty moves the sticks. Wants to throw on first. That's caught. It's Frazier. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
You got to be careful as a QB throwing to your running back in man coverage. If there's a linebacker draped all over him, then that ball's not going anywhere. And you just saw it right there. Better play by the defense.
Going downfield for the big play. Upstairs he's got it. Georgia comes quickly to the line. Drops back on 1st down. Between the hashes, it's Danzy.
As a tight end, if you're going to be good in the passing game, you've got to be able to feel the windows when defenses play zone coverage, and he did a really good job of that right there. He didn't rush, he didn't hurry, he took his time, found the soft spot, and gave his quarterback an easy place to throw the football.
And the Dogs, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. Trying to run, it's Frazier. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. Looking downfield, it's Stockton. And the rush will get to him at the 25. Lining up to convert third down. He's looking downfield to throw. They're all over him. And he's sacked. Great work there by this defense. And we take a look at how these quarterbacks are doing so far. That first quarter set the standard, and we hope we get a lot more of that here in the second. And they'll pat the kicker on the tail and tell him to go give it a shot. He says he's got a big leg. He's going to have to show it from 56 yards out. And that might be the edge of his range, but he had just enough. And with that field goal, they now have the lead.
How nice is it as a head coach to have a kicker like this? It makes these decisions on fourth down so much easier. Just trot him out there and let him stroke it through the uprights.
Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. So now the Longhorns take over, and they'll send out the offense. They'll open this drive, hoping to move it down the field. A touchdown would give them the lead. And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands.
You know, it's difficult for QBs sometimes when you're throwing to your running backs because they're not receivers. You really got to be perfect with the ball placement. You got to make that a catchable throw. A little bit too tough for the RB on that one.
He never had a chance on the draw, tackled almost as soon as he got the ball.
What a great play by the linebacker. You talk about filling a hole. Defensive line does their jobs. He comes in the hole and says, sit down, sir.
Manning tries to pick it up on third down. On target to the left. Oh, he's got some space. Inside the 40. At the 20. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Texas!
This offense is so explosive, they can change the scoreboard in a flash. You just saw that on that drive.
And they did tack on that extra point with no problem. Out of the end zone. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. Here comes the Georgia offense, ready to go on the attack. You want to talk about having a weapon to bail out a drive? David, that's why kickers are so important after that long field goal.
And listen, important is a relative term. We need to make longer passes and get better gains so we don't have to kick long field goals, Palmer, again on offense.
And they've got the weapons to do that, David. They just got to be able to dial those plays up. Guys have to be able to make them one-on-one to make life easier on this kicker who is so important to this team.
Looking downfield, it's Stockton. And that pass incomplete. The defense got a hand on it.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him. Georgia going up tempo. On third down, here's Frazier. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one.
And how about that? Right after they get the explosive play running the ball, they're going right back to the line of scrimmage for some tempo.
He's got an open man. They'll finally put the brakes on him at the 3. A big throw, catch and run on that one. Now on first and goal, let's see what Georgia will do. This offense can get a jolt of momentum headed to the locker room if they can take the lead here. Sells to run, looking to pass. And that one is picked off in the end zone. Touchdown, Longhorn! The defense takes matters into its own hands. Effective offense has led the way, but a most effective defensive play there.
No doubt, putting separation now. This game's starting to get out of hand. Defense making plays like this, offense continuing to score points. Hey, defense wins championships and apparently scores points.
And with the extra point, it's a 21-10 game. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Back to pass, it's Stockton. Oh, pressure's coming. Hit as he throws. Not able to hook up there, incomplete.
And you get more and more hits on the QB like this right there, more and more making him scramble out of the pocket to the right. That's winning. He's going to start to see ghosts. He'll start to panic. He'll start to speed up that processor. Nice job by the defense making that quarterback feel very, very uncomfortable.
And this guy has been a dominant force early in this game. We're still in the first half. He already has a sack. He gets a tackle for loss there. He's playing so well with his eyes right now. He's reading his keys, and he's letting his God-given ability put him in the backfield to make these plays.
Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they built a lead.
And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he stopped. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. Here's Manning to throw. And he gets rid of it.
A good job by this defense. Great job in the secondary. Eyes on the quarterback. They took away the first option, made him go to option 2, made him go through his progression, and then they got time to get home and get a hit on the quarterback.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. Brown running left. Still on his feet at the 45. Maybe some room here. He'll work his way down to the 28. Now the Longhorns will call the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Rolls right. On the move to the right and looking for a big one. In the end zone, he's got it. Touchdown, Texas. They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they're on top by 18. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And the score comes on a touchdown pass covering 28 yards. And he's not going to take the touchback. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Looking to throw, it's Stockton. Unloads it left. He's got it.
Well, you can afford to be a little bit late as a quarterback when you're throwing crow routes into zone coverage when you've got an arm like that. This dude's got a cannon.
Here's a give to Frazier. He'll have enough for the first down. They'll maintain possession. We'll see if they're happy enough just to let the clock run out. Fresh set of downs going up top. Lets it fly. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on first down.
Well, the offense is doing their best to try and at least get into field goal range here at the end of the first half. So they take a vertical shot down the field, but give the defense credit. Lots of eyes back there on the quarterback. They're able to break on the ball and make...
Looking for a huge play. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. Takes it the other way.
And if you're the quarterback, you might want to stop throwing that guy's way. I mean, you knew coming into this game, David, he's one of the best corners in the entire country. He's already been picked off twice now. He is literally living in this quarterback's head rent-free.
And so nice to have a guy like this that can cut off half the field, because now you can put resources elsewhere. He's proven if you try me, bad things are going to happen.
Going to take a shot before the half. The pass falls incomplete, and that's how we'll finish this half. Ready to get things going here in the second half as Georgia about to kick it away. The returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. They'll send the back in motion. To throw, Manning. Got it behind the line. It's Brown. He goes out of bounds. They'll mark him right at the 30-yard line. That's the kind of play that can give a drive momentum.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on you.
Cannot get away. It is a huge sack, and I can't imagine what he was thinking on that play.
That's a great play by this defense. It's hard when you go against a guy that's so good at the quarterback spot. He can make so many plays, but the defense understood that rep. Nice job getting to him, corralling him, getting him on the ground, and creating the big sack.
Firing to the right, complete. He's dropped.
And that's why play action is going to be big in this game. You saw how it just frees the second level of that defense just for a second and allowed the tight end to work himself vertically down the field. But how about this guy after the catch, right? So hard to bring down. What a weapon.
Now the Longhorns will call the first of their 3 timeouts. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. Third down conversions, always a huge stat, and they've got a 3rd and long from the 27. He ended up losing yardage on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
How about that? You don't see those, touch passes go for negative yards very often. Usually this is a short flip that counts as a completion that goes a long way, but the defense aggressive. Saw it, pulled the trigger, came outside, made sure he didn't get outside and get to that edge. Nice job by the defense.
Found a little running room on that one. Picked up some nice blocks before he's run out of bounds. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. He's going to change things up against this defensive look. Hit and drop behind the line. He'll lose a yard.
And we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping, getting to the football, making plays. This linebacker unit really held down this rushing attack that they usually hang their hat on.
On 3rd down, here's Frazier. Breaks into the open. Oh, what a cut! Working their way closer and closer. A 3rd down conversion, and they've got it at the 26.
Well, he was able to gash him on that play. You just give this guy 1 inch, one little crease. He puts his foot in the ground, and he gets north fast.
Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a 1st down.
This guy has been hard to bring down on this drive for the defense, and the D's lucky there because it was a DB that saved a touchdown. When he got into the second level, he put the Jets on. There were people in the stadium holding their breath thinking he might break it, but this deep...
And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia! Well, the offense shows some life here and cuts into the lead with that score.
And, man, they needed it. They had to have something to go right. Listen, still down, but this is a great start to getting back in this ball game.
And the extra point is good. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Throwing Manning. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
That's one of those plays where you're going, man, he probably could have made that. The defense wasn't great on the play, but guess what? It goes down as an incompletion. Those are one of those bullets that you got to dodge throughout a game to get the win, to limit those big plays.
Sets his feet. It's Manning. Look out! He just throws it away, and I think the flag's going to be coming in. There it is. Third down is coming. Now a little bit farther to go after the penalty. Manning from the gun on third down. Another incompletion on third down.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win first and second down. You set up third and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody on the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force fourth downs.
And the returner will be brought down. Now they'll try to cash in this drive. First and 10 from the 50. Handoff for Frazier. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down. 9-yard pickup on first down, and now they can take a shot on second and short. They'll move the tight end. Frazier again. There he goes. The 20. He's at the 10. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Bulldogs.
Hey, man, I don't know what they talked about at the half, man, but this team is rolling, doing an unbelievable job getting the football, putting it in the end zone again. And how about the defense doing their job, Palmer? Momentum is crazy in college football, but here in the second half, they've come out and seized it.
Yeah, this has been a master class in complementary football. Offense doing their job, the defense getting off the field, giving it back to the offense, everything going their way, and you're right. In college football, we see momentum shifts all the time. All of the momentum, all of the good juju right now, clearly on their side.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll start on the ground with Brown. Got room at the 35. He's loose on the right. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Longhorns! Into the end zone with a breakaway score. Nothing but a vapor trail left behind that guy, and the defense straight to the burn unit.
And, man, that does not feel good. As a defense, you're trying to limit the big plays, keep that guy in front of you. That guy says, wait a minute, I'm way too fast for that. We're going to just need to work on those angles. That's for dang sure.
And he's going to bring this one out. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. The Bulldogs offense is on the field, ready to get this drive cranked up. They haven't had a whole lot of production, nor much to show for it on the scoreboard so far, and if they're going to get back in this game, it needs to start right now. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down.
And how about the running back, man? Rips off a big play. This offense creates some momentum, and what do? They keep their foot on the gas, right back on the football to try to keep this offense rolling.
Moving the pocket, it's Stockton. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete. This should be the last play of the quarter. On third down, here's Frazier. Defense makes a stand as the clock runs down to 0. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. They've done the work to build a nice cushion. Now to bring it home as we check out the stats after 3 quarters. Now just about ready to snap it to start the 4th. Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. Snapped on 4th down. Looking to the big tight end. Big tight end makes the grab. First down, still on his feet. Georgia comes quickly to the line.
I'll tell you, you cannot count this team out because of who's playing quarterback. When this guy's in the game, it's never over. Yeah, they're trailing here in the 4th quarter, but this dude can put up points quickly.
Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. Here's a give to Frazier. 5-yard gain on that play. It'll be 3rd and 5. From the 36, a 3rd down, and you wonder if they're willing to take 2 plays to get the first. Fake to the back, wants to throw it. They've got him, and down he goes, and what a huge sack that might have knocked him out of field goal range. Needs it here on 4th down. Looking long, and it's picked off for the 3rd time today. Trying to take it back. He's at the 50, at the 30. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Texas! And they turn it into a defensive score. And they'll try to tack on 2. Going to the run, it's Brown. Dives into the end zone for the 2-point conversion.
And how about the cherry on the sundae? The big INT return for a touchdown, and now throw on the 2-point conversion. Give this team 8.
Number 44, set to kick this one over.
Looks like he's going to bring it out. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick 6, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick 6 and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown 1 in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out and not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
They need a huge play on 3rd and long. They'll give to Frazier. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first.
Brought down at the 21-yard line. Coming up, 4th down.
Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. Snapped it, and he has to have it. At the 35, he's open. Turning on the Jets. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive. Georgia going up tempo.
And that is the advantage of having versatility at the running back position, right? It's 4th down. Everyone in the stadium thinks he's going to get the handoff, but because of his ability to catch the football, he's a weapon in the passing game. And on a critical down and distance like that, comes up with a huge 1st down.
Georgia coming out with a fresh set of downs. To the air, it's Stockton. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. He caught it. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. They're changing things up, trying to get everyone set. From the gun. They will score! Touchdown, Bulldogs!
The one thing you know about this offense, they're going to keep fighting, right? They're down on the scoreboard right now, but they're trying everything they can. Nice job there, finding a way to score that touchdown. And listen, we've seen crazier things happen before in college football. This thing ain't over until there's zeros on the clock.
Oh, and that's tough, man. It was drawn up right. It was a good throw. It was right in his hands. You just want your playmaker to make that play and get to the two-point conversion.
Don't think that one made it 10 yards before they got the eager paws on top of it, and the flags will fly. Keeps it on first down. And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop. The Bulldogs will use their first timeout. And now what will they come up with on this second down play? At this point, the defense has little choice but to sell out to stop the run on 2nd and 7. Gets the back moving. Manning. Stepping to the right. He's sacked. He'll lose a couple on that one as he tried to get back to the line of scrimmage. Timeout on the field, and that's the second call by Georgia. They'll take a moment to gather their thoughts and put together a plan for this third down play. The Dogs are off the leash and coming after him on third down. Again, it's Brown. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. Final timeout taken by the Bulldogs. And now everybody chiming in to figure out how to play this fourth down. They already have a comfortable lead up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on fourth down. Turning it on. He's at the 20. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Longhorn.
Number 2 in the end zone.
My philosophy on going for 2 is only when you have to. From the red zone, it's Brown. He will be stopped short, just shy of the goal line, and the two-point conversion attempt will fail.
Texas 49, Georgia 30.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Making the adjustment. Looking to throw, it's Stockton. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. Stands in and takes the hit. And they can't make the connection, going for a big play on first down. Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. Was to pass. He's taking a deep shot. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a third down.
Well, trailing this much in the fourth quarter, the offense is looking for an explosive play to try to ignite them and get them back in this one, but nothing doing. Nice job in coverage.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. He almost had another one. They've already picked off 3 and just a hair away from number 4 there. All right, let me jump in here. They are going to go for it on fourth down, and I'm not sure they have much choice in this situation. Got to make the play on fourth. A deep throw as the clock winds down. Drop the football. to the big house, Michigan Stadium. It's the Alabama Crimson Tide and the Michigan Wolverines. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you, and Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
When you talk about iconic stadiums in college football, the Big House has to be at the top of your list. One of the most unique stadiums. It is nestled down in the ground. It is loud. It is fun. Ann Arbor has one of the finest stadiums in college sports. Back to you.
All right, Holly. The Wolverines ready to put toe to leather, and here we go. He'll bring it out. It's Rodgers. He'll be stopped just short of the 25-yard line. They'll mark it at the 24, and good work by the coverage unit. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. Going to auto. From the gun, running back on the move. Just smothered on the play.
That back had nowhere to go. Defensive line ate up the blocks, but how about the linebackers swarming in, coming in and making a great play on the ball carrier?
Throwing Russell. Under pressure. He'll pull it down and run. Crosses the 30. He's got away. Across the 40, out of bounds at the 41, and a big pickup has this offense on the move. Alabama quickly back to the line.
That time the defense was in man coverage. There was nobody watching the quarterback, so when he took off to scramble, nobody home to make a tackle right away, and he shows you the athleticism, he shows you the speed, and also shows you great decision-making that time, deciding to tuck and run for a huge play on the ground.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
Looking to pass. It's Russell. This time he's got his man. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks.
And these little slots are so fast, and they can stretch the whole field. They make you just sit back on your heels. They make you nervous, really. But then they break those in-breaking routes where it shows his number to the quarterback really quickly and make the play. These slot receivers, they're just so dynamic.
The Crimson Tide need just a few inches here on third down. Trying to slip through and pick it up. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45.
It's great awareness by the running back, understanding where the first down marker is and doing whatever it takes to get it.
Alabama rolling quickly downfield, set up with another first down. Keelan Russell throws to the wideout. Grabbed in the middle. It's Rodgers. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it at the 14. The Crimson Tide comes to the line with the 1st and 10. The give to the running back from the shotgun. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Tide!
Man, coaches always talk about starting fast and taking that opening drive and really setting the tone for the football game, and that is exactly what they did, and they finish it with a good brand of physicality, running the football, ending the drive, and getting off to the 6-0 start.
And he added the extra point. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Headed to the edge, it's Marshall. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Man, how about that defense? On the snap, they are in the backfield with great penetration. Nowhere to go for the running back. That defense was sitting on G, waiting on O.
Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. Looking to the big tight end. Got there right as the ball did. Jarred it loose. It'll be third down.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's throwing to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
Shoots it to the left. And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it.
And man, those sting, man. Third down, the money down. Your guys got to come through. You had a good play called. Receiver there to make a play. He's just got to catch the football. Those hurt on any down, but especially third down.
On the return. They'll start this drive at the 33-yard line. They go to the draw. Fighting off the defender.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Give to the running back. Nowhere to go. Alabama pushing the tempo. Changing the routes with his receivers. From the gun on third down, Keelan Russell. Perfect timing on the hit to keep him from making the grab, and the defense forces a fourth down.
Well, after giving up that touchdown on the opening drive, they had a little bit of a come to Jesus with their defensive coordinator on the side.
Look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. Fourth down, Russell unloads to the wideout. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception. Opening play of the drive from the 39. Motion from the wide receiver. Here's Underwood to throw. Quick completion on the out. Across the 50 and knocked out of bounds at the 48. An explosive play gets this offense working.
I'll tell you, this slot receiver, he really does give his quarterback a nice option. Runs really good routes. He's got nice hands, and you saw it on that last play.
Intercepted. Got some room to run, and they'll get him down after a solid return.
A lot of quarterbacks have so much confidence that they can fit the ball in tight windows. How about the defensive player right here making an unbelievable interception, forcing the turnover, big play, big momentum swing.
Russell on play action. Flush to the left. Lets it fly. Out wide left, it's Rodgers. He was smelling that end zone, but they get him down at the 4 after the big pass play. On 1st and goal, let's see if Alabama can get it in the end zone. Tough run here. It's Hill. Defense all over it.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
We've reached a break, and Alabama has the lead as we get a look at the stats. Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the second quarter. They love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. They'll send the tight end in motion. Looking for the end zone, and he's going to score. Touchdown, Alabama! Lining up to tack one more onto that lead.
Well, this offense needed a touchdown. No doubt that was the guy the QB was going to be looking for on that play.
And the extra point was good to finish things off. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So here comes the Michigan offense. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Fires to the wideout. That's reeled in. It's Marsh. Stopped him at the 41, but that's a big pickup of 15. We talked a lot about Michigan building its offense around the running game, but they've always had an effective quarterback who can make plays down the field.
And I think some people hear effective, Reese, and take that as an insult, right? Like, I don't want to hear about my quarterback being effective. I want him to be explosive. I want him to be dynamic. But Michigan doesn't really have those guys most of the time at that quarterback spot. But when they find those good ones, they have great seasons.
He'll take it himself. Shakes off the defender. Oh, he's got some space. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31.
And as a defensive guy, man, when you play a QB like this that will take off and run and has the speed to make you pay, it just limits what you can do. It limits the amount of coverages. It just makes you play a lot more hesitant. And you can see right there, man, the guy's got speed. Interested to see how this defense continues to attack this QB.
He'll be run out of bounds right at the 25. And the Wolverines with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Underwood throws to the wideout. Oh, big fella almost had a pick right there. Instead, it falls incomplete.
You just wonder if the quarterback's trying to get it all back after throwing the pick the last time out. This time, that was not a good read. The defender was all over that throw. He should have intercepted that, but thanks to the drop, the offense stays on the field. This quarterback has got to take a breath, and he's got to settle himself down.
Finally, this offense starting to shake the cobwebs and get things moving. It's 1st and 10. Play action with Underwood. Just a bit of a misfire there as they can't make the connection.
And listen, as a quarterback, you're trying to find the matchup, trying to find who's open. I don't know if anybody was open, but that was not a greatly thrown football. I don't know if it was miscommunication, but the ball thrown out of bounds and just on to the next down.
He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there.
Well, I love the fight from this offense on this drive especially, and they've been physical, and they've had a lot of success moving it down the field, running the football. They're trailing by 2 possessions. Down in the red zone, 3rd down here. This is critical. They have got to be able to score a touchdown and cut this thing and make it a 1-possession game. It'll be interesting to see what they dial up on 3rd down there.
They'll have to push the ball down the field here on 3rd and long. Throwing, Underwood. He makes a grab. And he was straining for the goal line, but the defense stopped him short.
And we always go back and we look like, what was the play of the game? Those moments that were so big, that was huge for this offense, man. Already trailing in the football game, third down and long situation to get that conversion.
And he's in! Touchdown, Wolverines!
And that's a nice drive, a nice physicality, punching it in with the run game. And here's the thing, I like where this offense is going. Nice job creating some momentum, going into the half, cutting down the lead. This thing could get really exciting. Nice job answering the bell right before the half.
And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. That kicker took a nasty-looking shot, and that is an obvious personal foul. Not going to get a return here. They'll bring it out to the 25 as the kickoff sails through the back of the end zone. Changing the play. Russell. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. Long way to go on second down. Dropping back, it's Russell. Rushes on. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
This quarterback is living dangerously now. Threw a pick earlier in the game, and he almost threw another one right there. These windows are tight. He's got to be really good with his decision making.
Russell from the gun on third down. Throwing right. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll be fourth down. Guys, look at this. Surprise. They're going to gamble and go for it here on fourth down. Again, it's Russell. Unloads to the wideout. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. And that decision will be questioned for a while. This offense has it with really good field position. Defense in press coverage. Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
That's a good example there of complementary defense. The DBs and linebackers are playing zone, they're playing their spaces, and they force the QB to have to hold the ball, try to work through his progressions, and then the pass rush, they win up front.
And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early and often. There are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
Now on fourth down, they'll try to come away with 3. The kicker will try to punch one through from 41 yards away. Not a chance. Missed it. And they couldn't cut into the lead. It's still a 7-point game. They'll get things started on this drive from the 24. They go play action with Russell. Moving to his left. Slings it downfield. Left side is Rodgers. They finally get to him. But what a play there to pick up the first down. The Crimson Tide with the aerial assault working back at it here. Tells the play fake, wants to throw on first down. Rolling right and going deep. Touchdown, Bama! How about that shot into the end zone, and he makes the grab for the score.
And how big is that for this offense? Put a nice drive together, get the touchdown, add to this lead already. Everything right now, Palmer, going their way.
Yeah, that was as good a two-minute type situation as you could have offensively. And, David, they've got so many weapons on this offense. They practice these situations all the time, and they put it to work here at the end of the first half.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive.
Number 31, set to kick it away.
On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Here's Underwood to throw. Fires to the wideout. Got a man in the middle. To the 43-yard line, and a first down for this offense. Michigan wants to stop the clock. They'll use a timeout. It's their second. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Perfect play call for that big gain to open the drive. Now here they come on 1st and 10. Back to throw. It's Underwood. And the timing just a hair off.
And I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now, why they're trailing on the scoreboard, is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better.
Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. Breaks into the open.
And I like the aggressiveness. I understand you're down, right before the half. You want to go get some points, but you can't turn the football over here. Now you've set the other team up in a position to maybe get more points as the first half's winding down.
Russell on play action. Buying time to his right. On the move, he fires. Complete to the right. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening 1st and goal from the 9. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Touchdown, Crimson Tide! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium. It's the Alabama Crimson Tide and the Alabama Crimson Tide. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer here in the booth. Holly Rowe is down on the sidelines, and we check in with her right now.
Guys, when I walk out onto the grass here at Saban Field, this is one of the most iconic places in all of college sports. When Bryant-Denny is good, it's one of the most dynamic home field crowds. They are so excited to welcome back their Crimson Tide, and they are really loud early in this pregame. I'll keep you posted on how loud, how crazy, and how frenetic it gets here for the Crimson Tide. Back to you.
Okay, Holly. Alabama about to kick off to get this game underway. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Forges ahead, picks up about 3 to the 29.
Nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down and 2nd and 6. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. The offense couldn't get the snap off in time, and it'll cost them. 2nd and forever after the delay. Did they lose their play sheets? I mean, call a play already. Throwing Russell. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. That was not on the opening script of plays. The turnover as the defense makes a play early. Great place to start for this offense. They'll go play action with Matt. Move to his right. Unleashes one. And it'll be incomplete. He got on the move trying to make something happen, but just couldn't find a man. 2nd and long here. Looking for a gap. It's Hill. He'll be brought down inside the 10-yard line at the 9.
And that is just an attitude run, running it right up the middle, right into the teeth of that defense.
Alabama comes to the line with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Trying to move the pile into the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2. They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. He'll bring it out. It's Rodgers. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. The Tide ready to roll on offense. Finding themselves down 7-0. They'd love to get a drive going here. Hand off from the shotgun. Found just enough running room. He picks up 4 to the 15. Alabama quickly back to the line.
And nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you got to be prepared.
The give to the back. Nudges ahead for 1 out to the 16.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job.
Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. He'll try to take it back. He's at the 10. And with the interception, he'll take it all the way back. Touchdown Tide.
And the defense sets the tone early in this football game. We're still in the first quarter, and this is looking like they're putting a complete game together. Offense scoring, defense scoring. Palmer, they're up 2 touchdowns already.
Yeah, you got to give this coaching staff credit. They have their guys ready to go, and this is what you call firing on all cylinders early in a game.
Deep in the end zone, it's Scott. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Keelan Russell. Still looking to his right. He's going to take off.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there. So instead of throwing it away, getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
And that's absolutely going to be one of the keys to this football game. Keep the rabbit in the cage, man. Don't let him get outside that pocket, start bouncing out wide. That's where he'll do a lot of his damage with all that speed. That is a big key for this defense. Great job here early in the football game.
Makes his way to the 17, but not enough for the first down. Wait just a second. They're leaving the offense on the field. They're going to go for it in this situation. Russell will throw for it on fourth. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. They spun that wheel of fortune on fourth down and come up bankrupt. They'll go play action with Mack. Rolls right. He wants it all. Touchdown, Alabama! He got it beat down in bounds. They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. That's exactly what you want to do when you have that type of field position. Strike quickly, and they did. One play, and they put it on the board. Fielded in the end zone, it's Scott. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Opening play of this drive comes from the 11. Russell. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
Oh, and you just feel kind of like that's a little bit of a missed opportunity. He had him open, and he just overshot it a little bit. Man, those sting.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. Straight ahead, it's Hill. Determined run, but he's stopped after 2 yards down at the 13. Alabama pushing the tempo. From the gun on third down, Keelan Russell. Hauls it in. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. The give on fourth down. He will. Stopped short of the line to gain, and they'll turn it over on downs. So Alabama takes the lead into the quarter break, and they jumped out to that edge early. As we wrap up the first, let's take a quick look at our game stats. They've got a first down here to open the period. Wide receiver comes in motion. Hit and dropped, and he got nothing on first down. Just barely picked up a yard with that last completion. It's 2nd and 9. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Austin Mack. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. The 50. He's at the 30. He's at the 10. And he's going to take it all the way back. Touchdown, Bama! Lining up to add another. Oh, he missed it. On the move from inside his 5. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He's got an alley. He's going to get loose. They were lucky to get him out of bounds. What a return as he almost took it for the touchdown. Here comes that Alabama offense. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen, so you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think
Makes the catch, and he's free. And he will take it in. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. That touchdown gives his team a pretty significant lead at this point.
And that's what you want. You want to start fast. You want everything to come out and start clicking, make some plays. It doesn't always work that way, but when you do, man, the energy, the crowd, everybody's into it. Now the other team better respond.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. That's taking advantage of a golden opportunity set up with great field position, and they struck quickly for the touchdown.
Number 31, set to kick this one.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time and put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find the balance with this offense to really be productive. And last possession, they went for it. They rolled the dice, Palmer, and it didn't work out for them.
Yeah, if you're better on third down moving forward, though, you can keep yourself out of those situations.
Throwing Russell. Fires to the right. Couldn't set his feet.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Out to the 35-yard line and a little extra breathing room with that 15-yard pickup.
That might be the play that turns the momentum in this game, right? They're getting blown out right now on the scoreboard. It's late in the half. They've got to come away with a touchdown, but that might be the guy you need to keep going back to in the passing game to get yourself back in this game.
They'll need a bunch on second down. Looking downfield, it's Russell. Throws to the wideout. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll bring up third down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out.
Offense staying on the field. They'll hurry up on fourth down. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. Oh, that was less than choreographed. Everybody going on their own snap count there. And the penalty accepted, and they'll move. Guys, look at this. They're going to gamble and go for it here on 4th and long. Keelan Russell. Rush right in his face. Takes a shot as he throws, and it never had a chance. Incomplete.
Man, first half being that aggressive on your side of the field, that's a different world. Like, you live in the analytics world, and I know people say go for it more often. I don't see the point in going for it on that one.
Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49.
This is a good sign for this defense. The rate they were going, not touching the quarterback, him already having 2 touchdown passes in the first half, this was not going to be a fun football game to watch. Now they're turning the tide a little bit, getting a little bit of pressure, getting a sack.
They've got the ball at midfield, but they're facing a 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Showing the arm strength to the left. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started, in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
4th down, Russell. Here comes the heat. At the 40, there he goes. Not going to get there, and the decision to go for it on 4th down does not work. Motion from the back. Russell. They're all over him. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Moves the pocket. It's Russell. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
Well, this offensive coordinator has to be scratching his head because he's trying to keep his quarterback protected. He's trying different things, sliding the offensive line, keeping tight ends and running backs in, chipping, going empty, and getting the ball out quickly, but it's not working. They're just losing the one-on-one battles up front, and in the second half looking forward, I don't know if they're going to be able to fix it.
Escapes the pressure to his right. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
And that's a big shot, and that's a big incompletion, but this offense has to...
But look at this. They're not setting up to punt. They're going to try to cut into this lead, and this is a huge risk late in the half. Russell will throw for it on 4th. Unloads to the wideout. And that is interception number 3 on the day. Didn't let him get loose on the